What is going on, everyone? Welcome to week 7 of RTT. This week I am playing Jace, and I'm going to be very, very honest. His team's scary. They are absolutely terrifying, and I'm hoping this goes well. I believe they are one of the higher standing teams currently in the league. I'm gonna get that pulled up just so I can confirm that while we talk through the team here. So their team consists of Kraydilly, Rotom Fan, Throw, Drapion, Caparaja, Claydol, Wigglytuff, Lopunny, Frillish, Basculin, Frostlass. So things to note: Kraydilly having access to Storm Drain next to like Frillish and or Basculin. Both of these have access to Surf to be able to proc your Storm Drain that way. Rotom Fan can be really annoying having access to like max Airstream, max Lightning, as well as just being like fairly fast with base 86 speed, being able to slap like a Choice Scarf on this thing, make it turbo fast. Throw having access to Guts and Inner Focus means it's really annoying as well. Mold Breaker is obviously like all three of its abilities are very good. I believe we've seen Scarf Drapion a couple different times from Jace this season. Battle Armor and Sniper, both very good abilities as well. I believe they've ran like Scope Lens Drapion. Caparaja is like a very good Dynamax very good Trick Room Dynamax threat next to like Kraydilly as well. Claydol to set Trick Room. Wigglytuff is like anti-intimidate support with competitive here. Frillish, just like the team's very, very good. And honestly, I'm pretty scared of it, all things considered. Looking at it right now, Jace is currently 5-1 for the for the 3 seed, and we are currently down at 10th, just outside, looking in for playoffs. So, definitely need to rally, make a pretty decent run, and finish the season strong. So, of course, that brings us to today's match, consisting of. We're going to do Light Screen, Reflect, just Screens Morgrim this week. I'm slapping Metronome on because I feel like this is a very bad matchup. And, Prankster Metronome's cool. I'm hoping it works and it goes well. And, if it does, cool. If not, whatever. In reality, this should probably be Burning Jealousy, but Metronome's cute, so I'm doing it. I can't. I gotta talk myself into it. I as much as I really want to, this is not the week for it. Baby Doll Eyes, Intimidate, Snarl, Helping Hand. Like, Sunny Day Herdier is our Sunsetter for both Flareon and Eggy this week. Just to be able to get some extra damage out that way. Lunatone here is going to primarily be our Trick Room setter. I've debated between Mental Herb and or Focus Sash. And I think Focus Sash is probably better. But, we're really bulky. I think Mental Herb's probably fine. I'm going to run it and hope that this is the correct pick. Guts Flareon making its return here. Iron Tail and Superpower as well as Facade. I feel like Superpower probably needs to be Flare Blitz. Just to be able to do extra damage. I think that's probably correct. I'm really scared of, Caparaja here. So being able to hit it for really decent damage, I think, is going to be really important. Eggy here is spec'd to outspeed +1 Rotom, and because I'm scared of Rotom being able to have safety goggles to ignore Sleep Powder, we're running Hypnosis this week. This is really, really a minor thing, but I think Hypnosis is probably the better move in the fact that with Cobra Berry and Sun, Eggy is able to outspeed opposing Rotoms at +1, means that it's really, really beneficial to be able to try to fire off and hit one of 2 Hypnosis to take away their Dynamax potentially. And then, of course, we need a Trick Room Sweeper if we're going to be able to do Trick Room things. So we're going to do Ice Body Lumberry Avalugg this week. I think that their biggest way to shut down Avalugg is to burn it with one of their multiple Pokemon that have access to Will-O-Wisp. May that be Rotom, Frillish, and Frostlass all have access to Will-O-Wisp, as well as just other annoying things like Wigglytuff has access to Sing. I believe Lopunny does as well. Nope, I lied. But, you know, just like really annoying things that I don't really particularly want to deal with. So that's the team. Like I said, we really need to rally if we're going to make a run for playoffs this season. So let's get to it. We will get put up here for game number 1. As we're getting paired up here, I'm sure you can probably tell on the audio, but there's a little bit of an echo going on because I'm in the process of moving. And this is probably going to be the last video that actually goes up in the apartment. So I'm excited for it. I'm excited to get everything finalized and moved and all that good stuff. All right, so let's talk through what we're seeing here. Honestly, they look fairly Trick Room weak. Obviously, like, they do have Frillish and Cradilly over there to be able to potentially deal with like Trick Room, but like they also have Basculin and like potentially Surf on Frillish as well if they're going to try to do Cradilly things. Cradilly is actually a really good max target on their end, and something I need to be weary of. If they're like Iron Ball, they can underspeed me. Just barely, but technically. That is something to be aware of. They could also just be like Power Herb Meteor Beam things. So like there's a couple things going on here. I think I want to do Herdier plus Lunatone up front with Avalugg and Flareon in the back. I think that sets us up pretty well, all things considered. Lets us get an Intimidate off, potentially a Snarl off as well, just to protect Lunatone here on 1. So we're going to see Lopunny plus Cradilly up front. It's actually a really interesting turn. We could go for Snarl. We could Baby Doll Eyes the Lopunny, but I don't think it's all that interesting. I think going for Snarl and protecting this turn just to see what they do is interesting. Yeah, let's do it. Yep, there's the fake out. We're going to get our Snarl off. There's the Meteor Beam to bring them back to neutral. Herdier takes basically nothing from that. So now we can go Snarl and Trick Room here. Just really want to try to neutralize this Cradilly as much as we possibly can. Because they've already burnt their Power Herb on Cradilly. It's like that is confirmed as an item now. Haven't seen anything on Lopunny yet, so not entirely sure what's going on there, but Drapion's going to come in. We're going to get a Snarl off into both of them as well. They're going to Circle Throw to swap me out into Avalugg. Okay. Well, I can go for a Baby Doll Eyes into Drapion. And I can max Knuckle into the Lopunny here. Circle Throw is not something I had considered. It's a really good piece of tech. T-Wave into my Avalugg. I am going to reveal my my Lumberry, but this is all kind of fine. All things considered, this turn went pretty okay. So I could Baby Doll Eyes. I could also Preserve and go into good Helping Hand and go for like a, I think Helping Hand plus Hailstorm into the Drapion is probably enough to KO it. Gonna go for a Fake Tears. Cross Poison is not enough to take my Herdier out, and I am able to take out their Drapion. Okay. Oh, Dilly's gonna come out. I am going to Snarl and Max Guard this turn, I think. I don't think I want to Max Guard, actually. I could just hard into Flareon and set Sun. I actually like this line. Because, like, I'm not taking out the Cradilly. Yeah, I think this is fine. Because this essentially gets them to waste a turn of their Dynamax. Oh, Rockfall is really, really bad. That's a really good, like, Rockfall that slot is not something I had considered. I can bring in Lunatone. We can Snarl and... Do I want to Ally Switch or do I want to TR here? I think going for Ally Switch is probably better. I could also Protect. Cradily is now faster than Herdier, which is interesting. I don't want to give up my Lunatone. If Herdier goes down, then Lunatone can't get swapped out next turn. I think Ally Switch is correct. This potentially lets me get a... Okay, this is completely fine. Circle Throw is going to throw me out, but I'm going to bring in Lunatone. And then I can just double protect this turn. I could protect Trick Room. I think they overgrowth into Lunatone, though. So I could... Oh, this is complicated. This turn's really, really complicated. Turns really, really complicated. I'm trying to figure out what's like the best damage here into Cradily. It is weak to fighting. Body press is a ton. Yeah. No freeze. Lunatone's 100% getting KO. That's fine. Oh, that's unfortunate. Because Fake Tears is going to be enough to take me out now. I should have attacked last turn, but I got antsy and wasted too much time. I need to hope that Icicle Spear is enough to KO. It's not. RIP. Alright, well. A timeout kind of cost us that game, but, like, not really. I don't think we're in a good position either way. Because even if I do go for Ally Switch, they still just Fake Tears plus Rock My World, and that's not in a good position. But had I protected plus Ally Switch, I'm in an okay position. Not really. I don't think I was in a winning position either way. The Rockfall read into my Flareon was really good for them. But that brings us to game 2. Is Morgrem better than Herdier? Herdier gives the Baby Doll Eyes into the Drapion, which is important. It's also not Scarf Drapion. We know that for sure because it revealed multiple attacks. So we know for sure that it's not like Scarf. I just really don't have a solid answer to the bunny. I could do Herdier plus Eggy. Set up Sun and like Hypnosis the bunny. I don't know if I love that. I could also just do like Flareon plus Eggy. That loses pretty hard to like Meteor Beam though. I think Herdier Eggy is pretty good. And I think I want Flareon and Morgrem in the back. Maybe I bring Morgrem up front. Morgrem has taunt for this thing. I think that's fine. I think Morgrem Herdier is really passive. I think it's also kind of okay with Flareon Eggy in the back. Let's do this. This is okay. So this lead makes me want to set Reflect. I also want to taunt the bunny. I don't have a good switch in to the Morgrem slot right now. Because if this just goes, if Drapion goes for, like, if this is Fake Out plus Cross Poison into Morgrem, I don't have a good switch. I guess my best play is just I mean, like, this is what we came to do. I think I need to set Sunny Day this turn for sure, though. Yep, Fake Out my Morgrem. They're gonna taunt my Morgrem. Okay. That's fine. Because now I can... I want Morgrem to actually go down now. So I can Baby Doll Eyes the Lopunny. Yeah, sure. I don't anticipate them maxing either of these Pokemon. Especially in front of, like, Herdier here. This could be knockoff into Herdier. Okay. Okay. All things considered, pretty okay turn. So we can swap to Eggy and Snarl this turn. This is most likely going to be, yeah, Surf, get that Storm Drain boost. Lose your Storm Drain boost. Meteor Beam into my dog. Naturally misses. So I can Hypnosis the Cradilly and just continue to spam Snarl. I could also max and go for a Giga Drain. Could honestly just Giga Drain anyway. Meteor Beam, Energy Ball is always Saw. We can Giga Drain the Basculin. I'm faster than it by a mile. I can Snarl. I don't want to reveal Hypnosis yet. I will next turn, though. Okay, this is Protect. That's fine. Okay. This is going to be a Cross Poison, so I actually want to go for a Hypnosis into Drapion. And Snarl again this turn. I want to just try to neutralize their damage as much as possible. That's really bad. Leech Life is also really bad. That's unfortunate. Okay, Cradilly's back to neutral. So I can bring in Morgrem here. I can set Light Screen. And Baby Doll Eyes the Drapion. Yeah, this seems fine. Yep, there's the taunt. That's completely okay. So now I can go into Flareon and set Sunny Day. This matchup's tough. Jace has a really good team. Like, there's definitely a reason they're currently in, third place, I said? Alright, there's my Sunny Day, there's my Toxic. We're in a really good position now, because now I can max and go for... I could flare into the Drapion slot, because I anticipate it to swap. And we'll go for a Helping Hand here, anticipating the fake out into my Herdier. And like if Drapion stays in, it kind of just gets eliminated. They can't circle throw my Flareon once I Dynamax. They could T-Wave me. No, they can't. I'm Toxic. Okay, Herdier holds on. I'm fast. Okay, no. Circle throw is just swapping out. That's fine. Morgrem comes back in. So now I can max strike into the Basculin and go for a Reflect here. Okay, no Dynamax. Okay. Okay. I'm feeling all right. Let's see. This is 140 times stab. Puts me at 210 times sun is 420. This is just 260. So this is just a better play into Cradily. And then we Burning Jealousy. Yep, obvious Dynamax. Max Guard is good. I should have just taken out the low pony this turn, I think. I think this is a pretty obvious Max Guard. And then we will Flare Blitz and Burning Jealousy. Holy cow. Yeah, Flareon's getting taken out, and that's completely fine. Now it comes down to Morgrem versus Lopunny. But I have screens, and they have only Circle Throw. I don't think I'm winning this fight. Reflect is still up. Oh, this is really close. I win next turn. Don't get parried. Don't get parried. Yes! All right. Flareon was a very good adjustment there. I feel like we just got it in at a decent place to be able to take over that game. I think the way I should have done is read into the Cradily Max Guard. Like I feel like it was a pretty obvious Max Guard, especially after we had already seen it. So I feel like that was a pretty okay like play to just take out the Cradily there. I think Herdier is really important. Like the more we play this matchup, the more I really want Herdier. The question is like, what do I want next to it? I could just immediately bring Flareon. Flareon loses pretty hard to Lopunny plus Cradily. I could bring Eggy and go for like Hypnosis into Cradily. I think Morgrem's actually like really important. I think just the same four. Do I want Lunatone over Eggy just so I can like have a switch in on Drapion? Is that important enough? I don't think so. I think Eggy's the right play. Yeah, really, really insane match so far. I feel like I got pretty lucky game 2. Like I feel like I also played really well, like just getting into a position where Flareon could take over the game. Game 1, like we played to gain a lot of information, and like we did, like the mons that they brought were really important to have access to. So it is going to be Cradily plus Basculin up front. This doesn't stop anything going on here, so I can just immediately set... I could light screen. I could also just click Burning Jealousy. I think light screen is probably more important. And click Snarl this turn. Like, I think just getting screens up is really important here. Okay. This is completely fine. Meteor Beam. Into my Morgrim, that's fine. Now I can taunt the Basculin to prevent it from going for taunt into my Morgrim. I can click Snarl. Okay, they are just going to go for Surf. But I'm going to take away their special attack boost. Energy Ball is enough to take out Morgrim, but that's completely fine. That's exactly what I want, actually. Because now I can go into... Flareon here. Do I want Flareon, or do I want to go into Eggy here? Eggy's not really threatened by anything they have going on. And I can Hypnosis this Cradily. And... Snarl. Like, the question is, what else does Basculin have on it? And it's taunted, so I can safely go for the Hypnosis here. I don't have to worry about a taunt into my Eggy. The fact that we only got one screen up is going to be moderately important to note in this third game. But this will also give me exactly one turn where Basculin is taunted, but Herdier isn't, so I can set Sun as well. Okay, there comes Drapion. They are just going to protect Cradily. We would have hit, and we get a Snarl off. Taunt is now worn off, so now I can protect and set Sunny Day. Yes, I think that's the play. Okay, here comes Throw. Did bring basically all of the taunters like I anticipated. This is fine. Could just go for a taunt here. Could also just Dynamax, but I think swapping to Flareon is pretty safe. And going for a Baby Doll Eyes into the Throw. I could also just let Eggy go down. Like, now I'm faster than Drapion. I can go for a Hypnosis into it. If they try to take out Drapion, and if they try to take out Eggy, that's fine. And then I can go into Flareon here. Oh, my lord. Eggy, you're so terrible. They taunt my Eggy. That's fine. Because now I can Giga Drain their Throw and Max Flare their Drapion. And, like, once again, I'm in a position where I've gotten Flareon in relatively safe. The fact that they have Taunt on Throw is really interesting here. It makes me think that they don't have access to, like, Circle Throw as well. They are going to knock off my Toxic Orb, but it's already done its job. Basculin's going to come out. They might have Aqua Jet, but I believe in Eggy. I could also just swap Eggy out into Herdier, get the taunt onto Throw. And I think Max Flare into the Throw slot is just like the safest line. If they swap into Cradily, they just get destroyed. Like, this also brings in Herdier in a perfect time to be able to potentially get another Sunny Day up if I need to. Okay. So now in comes Cradilly. I'm anticipating Max plus Protect this turn, like Max Guard this turn. So I am going to just click Snarl, and I think Helping Hand plus Max Strike the Basculin is correct. Okay, they don't max Cradilly, actually. They just protect. They have Rain Dance, though. That's interesting. That's really, really interesting. But Herdier is slower than Flareon. I could just click Sunny Day here and swap to Eggy. This is actually fine because this will reset my turns. But they're just going to Rockfall. That's actually pretty dumb. I should have just gone for Snarl. And Protect. They are +1 special defense currently because of the sand. I should have just Snarled last turn. Should just be Overgrowth and a Herdier. Okay, that's also fine. Yeah, we'll go for an Iron Tail. I don't want to take the extra damage this turn. And at -2, I think we live, but we go down. Okay, so now we just can't miss Snarl. We can't miss Snarl before they get KO'd, and I'm assuming that's Earth Power. Last turn of Sandstorm. Okay. I mean, Sandstorm damage is just being negated right now. Well, I think we've lost because my dog is not going to be able to do this much. Oh, that's unfortunate. I missed 2 Snarls back to back, which obviously does not matter in this situation. I was very dead. So how could we have played this differently? Had we, like, obviously clicking Sunny Day was here on turn 9 was useless. Had I instead just gone for the Snarl, Cradilly would have been at -1 when Flareon came out. So I'm actually not in a position where I need to protect Cradilly. I mean, where I need to protect. Because before Flareon would take a hit, they would be at -2. So I can go for another Snarl plus Iron Tail there. And based on the damage that Iron Tail did, you know, casually doing 50% to max Cradilly, like, we were in a position to win that. And I made one wrong play, I feel like, and that's just like been the history of this season, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure with this loss I am completely out of playoff contention. I could be wrong, but this is gonna drop me to 3-5, and like we're really far behind at that point. Like we're gonna be down. I mean, this is gonna put me to 2-5, so I'm tied for 11th. But I don't, I mean, there's a chance I can sneak in at like 8. Obviously, we're going to play the rest of the season out. This is like my favorite format I've ever played. But, you know, we've had a rough season, and I haven't been able to give the league the time it needs this season between moving and everything else. But, yeah, just like really, really good games. Once again, to Jace, thank you so much, my dude. These games were absurd, and I definitely feel like we could have played differently game 3 to put us in a position where we could win. But that'll be that. So we'll be back next week with some more RTT, people. Hopefully in the house by then. And we will see you then. Have a good one. Peace.